In this video, we're going to start a multi-part series on options within Track and Trade. We're going to start in the control panel in the Options tab. At the top, we have the mini accounting window. The next section is for the drag and drop orders. The next section down is for the multi-leg option orders. And then the bottom section is telling us which options we have placed on the screen or in the order calculator. So the first thing I want to do is just example a simple buy call drag and drop option order. If we want to buy a call on the S&P 500, the first thing we need to do is select the number of days until expiration. So the first thing we do is we drop down, and you'll see you have a number of different opportunities in here. And I like to go with the quarterlies. So you'll see the quarterlies are set up with the darker image. They've been bolded. So the 6 days out, or if we can slide down to the next quarterly, there it is at 37 days out. And we're going to simply buy a call with 37 days till expiration. So we simply click on the buy call button. It drags the marker onto the screen, and you'll notice as I drag my mouse up and down the screen, it jumps to each individual strike price. Now the reason this is important is because you want to be able to line this up with either at the money, out of the money, or in the money options, but you also want to know where they're at in relationship to the underlying trend of the market. So we're on a 5-minute chart at this point, but you can see as I drag the option up and down on the screen, it jumps to different strike prices. Now, if we come in and drop it, now all I have to do to drop it on the screen at one of these chosen strike prices is left click, and you'll notice that it places the order and puts it into the screen or into the first options table. Imagine this box as your order ticket, and this is what we're going to send into the exchange. Now, we haven't sent it into the exchange yet. We're still figuring out what we want to do and what we want to calculate. You'll notice that when you drag and drop an option onto the screen, Track and Trade gives you the information necessary at that option strike price. So you see the volume is 21, the open interest is 1,005, the bid is 73.25, the ask is 73.75. You'll notice that we're modifying the C4580 call. This is the OEWQ23, which of course is the S&P 500. This is the mini, and it is the September contract. So that's what that means. That's your symbol. And then we're going to buy one call with an expiration of 37 days. And that's what that's telling us on this piece of text. And then over here on the other end of the line, you can see the theoretical value. This is the theoretical Black-Scholes value telling you what the option is theoretically worth. It's worth $4,143, and we're going to pay $3,687. So in essence, in this case, we're getting it for a bit of a bargain. It's theoretically valued at $4,000, but we're going to buy it for $3,700, about a $300, $400 discount at this point. So that's what that's telling us on the line. Now, of course, this information is all customizable. You can have it tell you what information you want. If there's too much information in here, you can take some away by simply right-clicking on the triangle and then saying Preferences. Now, this will bring you to the preferences of the order line, and then you can come in and decide what information you would like to have displayed on this line. Coming back to the Options tab, when we're ready to place the option, all we have to do, let's slide this up a little closer to the marker. We'll bring it up to an at the money option. This is a little bit too high. We'll put it a little bit just in the money right here. And you can see that we've got that set to place it to the market. We can either bid for it with a limit order and come in and bid for it. So let's say that we want to bid for it. Notice that the bid, the mid, and the ask are right here in the control panel. You'll notice that the option is automatically set to the mid at the point of dropping the option. So when we dropped it, it was at 68.75 was the midpoint. And we can go ahead and we can offer that to the market. And of course, they're asking 68.75. We're bidding, the low of the bid is 68.25, and we're going to offer 68.75. So at this point, we're offering the ask. They're asking 68.75. We could come down and offer them a little bit less. Let's come down and just offer them the midpoint at 68.50. When we place that into the market, you'll notice that the little marker down here turns black. That means that it's not filled. If it turns blue, it'll be filled with a long call. If it turns purple, it'll be filled with a long short. Now it just got filled. You'll notice that they accepted our offer, and it's now blue. If you come down into the accounting tab, you can see your positions, and you can see it listed out in your positions. So our total gain at this point, the spread on this market was about $12. So we're down a little bit under the market as the market moves through price and time between the bid and the ask. So that's how you place an options order in Track and Trade with a simple drag and drop call option. You can do the same thing, of course, with a buy put. You can do the same thing with a sell call or a sell put. Now, to liquidate the option, very simply, we can come down here. We can right-click on the option in the control panel, and we can say in the drop down liquidate option, or we can come in and we can right click on the triangle on the screen and we can say liquidate option. Once we do that, you'll notice that it populates the control panel and the order ticket is now ready to liquidate the position. So we can either bid for it or we can click market order and we're out at the bid price.